Welcome back. We are inside because outside it is raining and it is cold and it is windy and I can't film videos like this outside. But I'm also not very good at filming them inside because I like to be outside and walking, so this feels really awkward. And this is like the 5th time that I've tried to record this, but there we go, we're gonna give it a shot. Some of you may have seen on my LinkedIn the other day that I was asking for anybody that could give us some help, some support, some assistance, particularly from Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, in gaining access back into an account which had been hacked. So Wednesday evening, we were notified through various channels, posts were being made on an Instagram account that were not usual to the person that owns the account, and we knew that was the case. So I said, we need to go in and we need to change the password. Funny enough, while we went into the account and trying to change the password, the organisation, the individuals, whoever it may be, was also in the Instagram account, and they were adding contact details, adding telephone numbers, setting up blinking 2FA, which we should have already done, on all these wonderful things. So while I was changing the passwords, they were changing the passwords back to whatever they wanted the passwords to be, and then it became a game of cat and mouse, as it were. Eventually, they managed to beat me because when I was trying to remove their contact details, I hadn't turned off the notification to say if an email is changed to email the account. So, of course, I was removing their email, they were getting a notification, they were then saying that that email should not be removed. It was good fun, but it was more than a little bit annoying. Managed to gain access back into the Instagram account because although they changed the username, I've managed to gain access to the username, managed to spam the account enough and report it as hacked that Instagram basically shut it down, and then we could verify the account using kind of facial recognition and ID. So we are back in that Instagram account. We are not back in the Facebook account, which is a little bit annoying, but the process for getting back in there is a little bit different. It is something that we're still working on. But the purpose of this particular video is to highlight the absolute importance of having different passwords for different accounts. And I should tell you for what. The password for the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and a variety of other things were all the same. They were also the same password as the email account. Now the issue with that being, once they had got into the email account, they then went through onto Facebook, they went through onto Instagram, and that is where they started to change all of the contact details, telephone numbers, email addresses. And of course what that does is trigger an email to you, to your account, to tell you that somebody is trying to change your contact details. Now, of course, if they've got access to your email account, which they did in this case, those emails, you never see them. They all just get deleted. They all disappear into the ether. So you never know until it's too late that somebody is in your account. What would have made this much less stressful and would have had much less of an impact would have just been as simple as the password for the email account being different to all the other accounts. The other thing that would have made this easier is if 2FA had been set up. So if somebody tries to access the account from a different location, from a different device, 2FA would have been set up. It would have had to send a text message or a Google Authenticator requirement through to the individual. They could then verify that or decline it, again stopping somebody from changing the account. So it's really important that you make sure that you have different passwords for different accounts. Now it's easy to think that this is never going to happen to you. We actually managed to locate where the original breach came from. There's a website called haveibeenowned.com, PWNED. The original breach took place in 2017, so the usernames and the passwords have been around since 2017. We are now in 2023, so 6 years those passwords have been the same, but it's also taken 6 years for people to validate those usernames, validate those passwords, understand that those things are active and can be used on accounts, and then start using them. So don't be under the illusion that just because you've had the same passwords for years and nothing happened, that nothing is going to happen in the future. It may very well happen. have a look on your email address, run it through haveibeenowned.com. I'll put the link down in the comments here below. If your details look like they've come up in any kind of breach, I'd highly recommend that you change your passwords. Obviously, make sure that you've got different passwords on different accounts, basic cyber hygiene as well. Shit happens. But the important thing is that there are ways to get the accounts back. As I say, we are really struggling to get the Facebook account back, but we've got back control of the Instagram account, we've got back control of LinkedIn, PayPal. All the other things are back. More importantly is access to the email. But whatever you do, have a little look at this link that I'm going to put down below. Check out your email address. If it has come up in a breach, please do change your passwords. Make sure you take this stuff seriously, because even in the world of security, sometimes the people that you know and love still manage to get themselves in trouble. And that's it. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll speak to you again soon.